Alright, welcome back for, I think this is going to be the final. This is going to be the wrap-up of Rage in the Woods. That's what I titled this this adventure. I have one last square to go. And last time, remote tactics, the mob wants Rage for a special project. Their home was damaged and they want vengeance. They move towards Rage. So Rage has to defend himself. He gave them their chance. So he's going to... so he's starting to get a little angry. He's not quite there yet, but he's going to see if he can finish them off without using his power. There's about 91, I think, of these guys. So I kind of... They were, like... He messed up about 60 of them, but more reinforcements came. So they're back to where they were, which is agility's high, toughness is high. Okay, so who goes first? We'll see. Remember, I gotta cross-reference it. The reflex. High, they're both high. But the chaos rank is at 8. High. No, I'm not going to do that. We'll just do that. So Rage's going to go first. 87. 54. Okay, they're going first. So they're going to attack him, and let's see if they do any damage. He's got... His toughness is above average. But their combat is high. So my acting rank above average versus their high. So they have to... my toughness, my toughness is above average. Theirs is high. So if they get under a 45, they hit me. They do. Man, who knew Rage would have such a problem with all these human people, this big mob. Okay. So I'm just assuming they have some kind of guns. I can ask the question on the regular fate chart, do they have guns? And I'd say, let's see, we're at an 8. I'd say it's somewhat likely, at least, they have guns. 88. Doubles. So that means there's an event focus. 63. PC negative. Oh boy, they have guns, but maybe they're more than guns. Let's see what comes up on the subject. 25. Friendship. That doesn't make sense. If it's a PC negative, overindulge. Let me roll subject one more time. Technology. So I'll ask, do they have something that's greater than guns? I'm going to say that's somewhat likely. Yep. So that means they have something more lethal than guns. I would assume some kind of technology that would be kind of laser-ish. So that's going to give them more of a combat. So their combat's been boosted from high to exceptional. So I'm going to change this right here. Combat exceptional. It's not looking good here. So they got him, so I got to roll for damage. He's tough, he's above average toughness. So he's right here. They're above average. No, exceptional, I believe. So their exceptional combat is going to yeah. So this is indicating the wound, the actual wound. So their acting rank is right here, exceptional, and his toughness right now is above average. So let's see what they do as far as damage. Then I have to ask the question. Oh, 88, 88 again. See if he gets through. He gets hit, but how lethal is the damage? So it's exceptional. He's tough. So it's not that bad. It's kind of a grazing wound. He gets hit, but it's a grazing wound. But it's an 88. So let's see what we get for an 88. Whenever I roll doubles, something happens on this event focus chart. 16. NPC action. Uh-oh. $52. Dispute. There's a dispute. Okay. 56. Usurp. There's a dispute between them. This is interesting. Maybe some of them don't want to attack me. Maybe I'm not the right person to attack. So I'll ask them. I'll ask the fate chart, the regular fate chart. Are they arguing about fighting me? I'd say it's at least somewhat likely. So I got to get under a 90. 58, yes. Okay, it's looking promising. So Rage might not have to kill all these guys. Again, so Rage will say, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I just want to be on my way. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Leave me be, or I'll pay for it. So I'm going to draw a conclusion card instead of going back and forth. They're fighting amongst themselves. Let me draw a conclusion card, the Adventure Crafter. And the theme is 2. So here's my theme cards. 1, 2. Action. Okay, some kind of action is happening. Most logical plot line. Choose most logical character. Protector. Conclusion. Sole survivor. That's all making sense. Servant. Descriptor. Elegant. Special trait. The character is an object. So I'm trying to see what makes sense out of all this. So I'm going to go with the most logical plot line is they got me confused with somebody else. I'm not a threat. The protector, possibly somebody that's low rank in the group, was able to convince somebody else in the group. Character is an object. I'm not sure what that is. I don't, but power over others, that makes sense because somebody's got power to tell the others or convince the others. So yeah, I think that's how we're going to wrap it up. They leave them alone. or at least they stop fighting him, I'll ask the fate chart, do they leave him alone and go away? Because if they don't, then that'll be a chance for another adventure to see what they do. I'm going to say it's somewhat likely, so I got to roll under a 90. It really has 2 questions, but just wrapping it up. 61, yep. So they go away, they leave him alone after the dispute with themselves. I rolled doubles, so something happened there in the middle of the action that caused them to change their minds and go their separate ways. I'll ask, do they go the way of where the band escapee was? I'd say that's likely, so I just got to roll under 95. No, they don't. 97, see? 97, they don't. They don't go the way of the band escape prisoner, which I doubt was an actual human prison. I think it was a prison, but not of the typical kind. I think, in conclusion, this guy here, he got caught by some kind of weird group that probably did some kind of experiments because they wanted to rage for an experiment. Maybe they're a military group, secretive. But this guy, he mentioned that he escaped from a prison. You wouldn't say that if you're escaping from a regular jail. You know, you wouldn't say anything about escaping prison. You'd keep that on the low. But he blatantly said, prison. He's escaping from a prison. And he got away. And they showed up looking for him, trying to get him. They found me. They kind of freaked out. But they figured there's more of them than there is me to try to take me and capture me to do some kind of weird project. I would say some kind of bizarre experiments. So the plot thickens. But that's the end of that. That concludes Rage Into the Woods one-sheet adventure. I'm going to write it down here for memory's sake. It kind of worked out. You see how you kind of take and leave what works for you? That's a lot of Mythic. That's you kind of home rule it quite a bit. I'm going to play Mythic a lot more so I can go over the combat system more and the wounds. It's all about cross-referencing. You know, this is a big one for the Mythic system. The acting rank is the person's turn. So if it's Rage's turn, he's on here. If it's the villain's turn, they're on that side. And this is either the hero or villain, and you cross-reference it. Did I hit him? Yes. Did I do what kind of damage? You know, all those questions. Do I go next? Yada yada yada. The mob goes its separate ways. Leaving Rage alone after a dispute in the group. I'll say in mid-battle. And then I can write more on the back, more details. They don't follow the band man. So this could lead up to another adventure, and to see what those people were. They can be NPCs that are a part of my ongoing NPC villains rogues gallery. This can be a one-off, or it's just an odd situation. or it can be part of a continuing saga. I would say it's kind of a one-off, and the next adventure I do, they could come back and tie themselves into the story somehow later. But for now, Rage is probably not going to go that direction. He's going to follow where the band guy went, and he's going to go south. And I'll write that down. Right here, Rage goes south. In the direction of the bandman. Maybe he can get some more answers if he runs into him. So that was an interesting one. Again, I need some more practice with the system, with the fighting system, especially the wounds. I think you always ask, you know, at each exchange, at the end of each back and forth, is my guy okay? Is he still standing? Was this lethal? It's either yes or no, yes or no. So, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this series. I had fun. You never know when you can roll high and turn everything around, or roll doubles and alter the storyline somehow, even in mid-combat. So that's a pretty fun, interesting thing about it. Thanks for having patience and kind of getting through this with me. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to doing some more Mythic with Tiny Gunslingers, and very soon Advanced Hero Quest. Alright, keep on solo questing.